So, it is no secret that I love Fruits Basket. It's what got me back on that YouTube grind! Sorry. Damn this show with its great characters and writing, making me get emotional over the damn music and that great opening. Anyway, Fruits Basket's first episode of the season just dropped and I wanted to talk about it. But, before I do that, I want to talk about how good the first season was and sprinkle in a little prediction. Season 1 honestly wiped me on the floor with the characters and story. I love Toru Honda and the Somas. It's absolutely so interesting to learn about different members of the Soma clan and how they fit into this epic story. Each episode can be analyzed as a moral lesson that serves a greater good to develop the characters. For example, in the episodes that focus on the backstory of Toru's friend U, her story focuses on her involvement in a gang of women who idolize a legendary gangster known as the Crimson Butterfly. This transitions into U becoming discouraged over finding out that the Crimson Butterfly, Toru's mother, has softened up and took up a family. Seeing that anyone can turn their lives around, U desires to escape her gang and become friends with Toru. What this episode makes clear is how anyone at any point in their lives can walk a different path. And Season 1 is filled with these moments that have made me shed many, many tears. Season 2 Episode 1 is freaking awesome! It's a great reintroduction to the main cast, and especially Yuki. It reminded me a lot of Episode 1 of the first season. Both are top-tier examples of why the show is so damn good through its usage of heartfelt character moments. This episode begins with Toru narrating the previous events that have transpired in a really cool little monologue. I'm interested to see where they go from here. In the monologue, Toru mentions her desire to free the Somas of their curse in any way she can. However, while this episode begins with Toru and Kyo, this episode mainly serves as an introduction to Yuki's student president arc. We meet the vice president and treasurer. No, not those two. That'd be cool though. Both characters seem to have some aura of mystery around them, so I'm assuming that time will tell what will happen. It was interesting to really see a new struggle that Yuki is going to have to face. I'm basically really interested in that, mainly because it seems just like not only is this new vice president teasing him, it seems like he's very, not only demeaning, but I'd like to say, just borderline mean. And I'm not sure if he has it out for Yuki. Possibly, but I'm definitely interested in seeing where that storyline can go. And the treasurer herself, I'm not really exactly sure what she's up to, but I'm not really sure what that whole mess was about in the student council room. So possibly there's some background between both characters. Possibly they both have it out for Yuki. I'm not quite sure, but both characters seem to be very, very, very interesting, and I can only hope that their development will expand further. One thing I wanted to talk about in my Why Toru is the Best Protagonist of 2019 video is a little theory I came up with. Who the heck is Toru gonna end up with? Okay, shut up, manga fans. I get it. I'm an only anime fan. Listen, I would read the manga, but all my Barnes & Nobles are closed, RIP. I mean, yes, I understand that both Yuki and Kyo deserve protection forever, but look, either one of them ends up with Toru, or none of them do. I'm not going to deal with this. Both guys end up with her. I can't. And this new episode made me take a closer look at that development through its exploration of Yuki's new arc. What surprised me about the first episode was not only is Yuki taking center stage, but also Motoko actually stealing the show at some points. I was fine with just labeling her as a comedic stuck-up worshiper of Prince Yuki, but I should have figured Fruits Basket was going to pull their amazing character development tool out and absolutely kill it with this character. The first season has her and her fellow worshippers bickering about how much they despise other girls who talk to Yuki, especially Toru. This episode doesn't go into why she finds him so amazing, aside from him being handsome, sweet, and a charming guy. It delves into what he represents to her. Yuki ultimately symbolizes a growing change in his character. As Motoko notes, how long has Yuki been able to smile so easily? With the influence of someone else? Motoko discovers Toru has changed Yuki's life for the better and is now able to freely express his emotions. When Yuki normally would hide from others, he now is making remarks about how cute Motoko's speaking is. Motoko realizes that she has no justified reason for being opposed to Toru, when in reality, she has helped Yuki become more comfortable with himself. In a really impactful scene, she describes how terrible she feels over not being the one to help her love. And I felt for her. It took courage for her to understand her selfish flaws and come to approve of Toru's influence, vowing to win Yuki's heart in a fair battle. Overall, I freaking love this episode. Motoko has become a really interesting character who I would not mind at all to stick around. Her gang of followers adds a lot of comedy to Yuki's character. And I really enjoyed Yuki's new arc. I'm hoping to see more development from both the Vice President and the Treasurer in due time, but for now, I think that's going to wrap up my thoughts on the first episode. I really enjoyed it. This episode has been really interesting, and I definitely think that this season is going to offer a lot. I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but overall, I'm just kind of jittering with excitement because of how awesome it was. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing an episode by episode review. I think I'm just going to come if I find something that I like about an episode that stands out or adds something really interesting, I think I'm going to talk about it because it'll be really cool. But if that somehow becomes each episode and in each episode review, I guess that's how it panned out because each episode is I'm assuming just like the first episode, each episode will be really, really, really cool. So I think that's going to be about it for me, guys. Thank you, and peace.